Hey everyone, it's been fun having everyone riding the rails with us here at Rocky Railway. A long time ago, trains were the best way to take a long trip. One of my most favorite trips that was a long trip wasn't in a train, but it was in a car with some of my family. We traveled all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast. We visited national parks, hiked trails, and saw wild animals. What is the longest trip that you have ever been on? How long did it take? What did you do? Pause the video and talk with your family or your friends about your fun long trip. When people started using trains in North America, they couldn't get all the way across the United States on one train. Nope. Instead, there was a train that covered one part of the country and a different train that covered another part. Finally, they made it so that the tracks connected, right? They connected. It was such a big deal that they put a solid gold spike in the train track to seal the deal. Now the whole country was connected. This week, we're discovering how we are connected with Jesus. We're learning lots about trains, tracks, and trips at Rocky Railway. Sometimes trains take passengers through scenic tours of the mountains. It's gorgeous, but it's not flat like this table behind me here. The mountains have lots of ups and downs, like this. Some trains have to cross deep valleys to get from one place to another. Check out my little train here. All of you guys got trains this week in your Vacation Bible School bags, and this is something that you can do with your train at home. What do you think we could do to help this train cross the valley? What do you think? What would happen if we didn't have anything there to cross the valley? It would crash, wouldn't it? What do you think we could do to help this train cross the valley? When you design and build things, it's called engineering. Hey, wait! That's also what you call people who work on trains. That's amazing. Engineers build bridges and skyscrapers and theme parks. Who here likes to go to King's Dominion? They build those places. They build the roller coasters. Wow. Well, I have a piece of paper here. And we are going to try a little engineering experiment and see how well this building material will make a bridge so my train can get across. So this is just a regular piece of paper, right? Regular piece of paper, no tricks. You saw the front, you saw the back. Let's see what happens when we put it over the valley. All right, I've made my bridge. So what do you think will happen when we put the train on the paper? Pause the video and talk to your family and friends about it. It looks like my bridge is going to stay. Let's see if my train will cross it. Are you ready? It's all wound up. Oh no! My train crashed. Did yours crash too? Did you try this at home? Why did this happen? This bridge wasn't strong enough, was it? Nope, wasn't strong, but it's all I have. I don't have wood or metal or anything bigger or better. So I think I'm going to have to change this paper to make it stronger. What do you think we need to do to make this piece of paper stronger? Let's see what happens when we fold the piece of paper. All right. You want to keep your paper long ways. All right. All you need is just your piece of copying paper. So I'm going to fold it. I fold it once towards the middle. Like that. Not down the middle, but once towards the middle. And then one more time towards the middle. And you should have what looks like 3 pieces folded. Pretty cool, huh? Let's test to see if this bridge is any stronger. Are you ready? All right, you can do this at home too. Wind your trains up. Are you ready to find out what's going to happen? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Wow! Just a few small changes made this piece of paper strong enough to do something pretty surprising. We didn't add anything to the paper or glue it or anything. It turns out that folding the paper, even this little bit, starts to make a triangle. Do you see my triangle? And triangles are actually really strong. Just like with this piece of paper that we changed, Jesus' power can change something inside of us. Sort of like the fold that we made that changed and strengthened our paper. Sometimes we're like a flat piece of paper. And we don't know how we're going to be a bridge if we're just a flat piece of paper. But Jesus can come and be like the folds in this piece of paper so that we can get from one point to another a lot like this train. Whenever you have this train and you play with it, I want you to think about Jesus' power and how Jesus can do amazing things. Today we discovered that Jesus' power helps us be good friends. Trust Jesus! Now it's time for our Rockin' Railway review. Do you remember what we learned about today? Jesus' friends told a lot of people about Jesus. And those people told other people about Jesus. It's kind of like this picture I have here. Do you see my picture? Check that out. So one person told some people, And those people told some other people. And those people told other people. And it grew and it grew and it grew. So much so that we are sharing Jesus with all of you this week. When we are friends together, it can show other people our love for Jesus. Friendship matters. Stay close to other people who love Jesus. Our week at Rocky Railway has been full of God sightings. We saw God in totally true Bible adventures. In our hugs and smiles, even if it's just the smiles from the videos, maybe you've hugged your friends or your family, and we've gotten to praise Jesus with music. God sightings are evidence of God. We see them at church, at school, at home, at the park, at the school, and everywhere we go. One of my most special God sightings was when God called me to first serve as a children's pastor. It wasn't really something I expected. It was a surprise for me. I was at a church meeting and I heard people talking about how the church needed someone for the children and their families. Somebody that could plan things. Somebody that could minister to those people. Somebody that they had a passion to teach other people about Jesus. Well, I started feeling like God was calling me to do this. So I met with a friend from the church and talked to her about it. And guess what she did? She started crying. Why would she be crying? Well, she was not crying sad tears. She was crying happy tears. She said, "You, Tori, were the person that we talked about asking to be the children's pastor." Wow. I hadn't talked to anybody about this before. Not until that moment. I hadn't even told my mom yet. But God was calling me to do this. It was a surprise. Wow, God surprises us sometimes, in good ways too. I didn't study to be a children's pastor in school, but I knew God wanted me to do it anyway. God gave me a passion for kids, and most importantly, seeing kids love God and to learn about how to put Jesus first. Have you ever been surprised by a God sighting where God has shown you how awesome He is or how much He loves you? Share that with your friends and your family this week. This is our last day of God sightings. So we're not going to be able to share them anymore after today like we are on this video. But it's something I love doing with our kids every Sunday. And we do it just like this. So I have several God sightings to share. And I forgot all the others from the week at home. But remember, we showed yesterday how it was really long. And it's going to be even longer. So you'll have to come by our Zoan Kids Church room to check out all of the God sightings we've been doing since Christmas, because they've really been growing lately. All right, so one of my first God sightings here is from Grace. And she said that family is her God sighting because she can talk to them about Jesus. So family's kind of like her close people that she can be friends with and that she knows love Jesus like she loves Jesus. Isn't that special? And remember, whenever we do a God sighting, we go 1, 2, 3, wow, God. So ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Wow, God. All right, our next one is from Mirabella. And she said her mom is her God sighting. because she loves her so much. Do you all love your moms a whole lot too? Yeah, moms are some favorite people. So you ready to go with me with Wow God? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow God! All right, I've got a bunch from some friends that I think did VBS together yesterday. So let's see. The first one is from Ethan. And his friend Riker is his God sighting today. It's nice having friends that can be our God sightings. And especially right now, when we feel so far away from each other sometimes, right? Oh, I dropped my God sightings. Here we go. So ready to say wow God with me? 1, 2, 3. Wow God! So my next God sighting is from Miss Katie. And Katie loves her big brother Ethan. So she usually uses Ethan as her God sighting all the time. Isn't that special? That she loves her brother so much that he is her God sighting. I love it. Ready? So let's go. 1, 2, 3. Wow, God! All right, our next God sighting is from Riker. So he's with his friends today doing Vacation Bible School, or with his friends yesterday, I should say. With his friends yesterday. And he loves hanging out with them. They go to each other's houses, I think, all the time, and it's Ethan and Caleb. So you ready to say wow God with me for his friends Ethan and Caleb? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow God! All right, another one of our God sightings is from Caleb. And Caleb loves having friends. I think he's having fun with Riker and Ethan today. So are you ready to say wow God for me for friends? Friends are special, and you know what? It's great to have that God sighting today since we talked about being good friends. So ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow God! Another God sighting is from Preston. And Preston said that his God sighting was his sister Eden and his little baby brother Judah. So can we say wow God for Preston's God sighting? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow God! Our last God sighting today is from Miss Piper. And Piper said friends too. I think that we were thinking a lot about friends because of our Bible story for today. Do you think so? So, let's say wow God for the last God sighting. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow God! Wow, that was 7 God sightings in one day. You know, I wonder how many God sightings you might see tomorrow, or the next day, or the day after that. You might do this too and hang it up in your room to have God sightings reminding you how amazing and awesome God is and how much He loves you. I encourage you to do that with your friends and with your family. It's a great way to tell your friends about Jesus. So, I hope that you have had fun this week. I know that I have. And it's been a terrific train trek at Rocky Railway. We have had so much fun exploring Jesus' power and love, and I'm thankful for all of you. Some of you I have met, some of you I haven't met. But you know what? God knows who you are, and God loves you very, very much. You guys have been God sightings for me this week. This is a year that's been so crazy that for some churches it's hard or even impossible to do Vacation Bible School. But that's one of my biggest God sightings, is that Zoe Baptist Church came together so that we can not only just do Vacation Bible School, but we can do Vacation Bible School for anybody from their home. So we can tell more and more and more people about Jesus. You know, I read one post on Facebook this week that really excited me. It wasn't just a kid that's been watching our Vacation Bible School. It was an adult. And you know where this adult is? They had to move away to Germany. And she said she has been enjoying so much being a part of our Vacation Bible School, because normally she helps with our Vacation Bible School. So we are so glad that you've joined us this week, whether you're a kid or whether you're a grown-up. I encourage you to look more and more and continue to see the amazing world that God has created around you and all of those God sightings that you'll see. But the fun and learning doesn't have to end this week. I want you to keep looking for Jesus' power. It's going to be there for you in hard times, giving you hope and giving you courage. You had an opportunity to share the love and family of God's family and God's church this week. If you aren't part of a church family, because that's what church is a family, church is people. We would love for you to join us at Zoan Baptist Church and be part of our church family. We love Jesus, and we want to encourage you to love Jesus too. So I want you to remember, Jesus' power helps us do hard things. Trust Jesus. Jesus' power gives us hope. Trust Jesus. Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus. Jesus' power lets us live forever. Trust Jesus. And Jesus' power helps us to be good friends. Trust Jesus. It's been great seeing all of you this week. I hope that I'll see you again soon. Bye.